I want to salute you, homie, for building your own thing and doing your own thing, creating your own platform, your own website.
I got one life to live out my dreams, and I'm giving this thing all I got. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I represent the culture.
Right now, you're turning up on MrTaliaferro.com, shawty. Yeah.
Gotta thank you for taking the time out. I know we pretty crunched in. Yeah, we got the highly questionable type thing going on, but I gotta thank you for coming through. Cam, now first and foremost, my first question for you, just can you tell us how you got into the game of football? How did we get going?
It's just something I started as a kid. I've been playing sports since I was 4 years old. So year round, I've been ripping and running, not just with football, but basketball and baseball as well. And it's just been a nonstop, thing since youth. And fell in love with it. I was one of those kids that didn't even play with toys. I was one of the ones running around with footballs and basketballs and, bats and stuff like that. So just the love for the game and interest for the game always been there.
That's what's up. So you were telling me you were from Louisiana, but you moved to Georgia after the hurricane happened. So could you elaborate on, there's a lot of kids that look up to you, from Georgia to Tennessee, Florida, etc. So, like, what would you tell a kid right now that's in Jonesboro, right now, just grinding, wanting to get out the city? What would you tell them?
Keep the faith. And, I mean, that's the easiest thing to say because it relates to any kid, not just from Jonesboro, but everybody has their own struggle. Everybody goes through their own phases and have to overcome something throughout life. And, just growing up in Jonesboro, that's something you see each and every day.
Mm-hmm.
And, you could say the same for, like I said, for other different places. But firsthand in Jonesboro, it's just a lot going on. And we don't have a lot of people make it out of Jonesboro.
Yeah.
Just from my high school, we had Tony and Harry Douglas.
Yep.
They played basketball and football. But that's pretty much it. And outside of that, we just got, kids trying to make way, whether it's with sports or, anything else they want to become in life. And, faith is only going to take it as far as, as you let it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, like I said, preaching that faith, even to the kids I talk to now back home and, people from my high school I talk to, that's a big thing with me. And, I just try to relay the same thing to them.
Can you explain the awareness? What did you do as a kid? I mean, you just have a natural knack for the football. I mean, you just make plays on the ball. Can you explain, like, some of the drills you might have did when you were younger, how you get your feet so quick, just how you got it going?
A lot of that come with, training and, going different places here and there. And then, like I said, just feeding off of different sports. So, with football, you got your hand-eye coordination. That relates to basketball and baseball as well. With baseball, you got tracking the ball in the air. That's just like football when you're going up, to defend a pass or go up for a pick or anything like that. Basketball, defensive-wise, you're moving your feet, you're going left and right. You guarding, a different player, another athlete or so. That's agility right there, you know what I mean? You going back and forth with that. So it all tied hand in hand. And then just my repetition and practice, like I said, doing this since I was 4 years old, just countless reps, staying after, practice or on my downtime, making it muscle memory, something I can do. And it might not be a lot. I might not need to be running around anywhere, but, something stationary where I'm just working on, a certain technique, working on my hands, working on my feet. The mental game, you always got watching film, that takes you a long way itself. Outside of just, the physical part, the physical aspect of the game. And I just been doing that, like I said, for a long time, and it's got me to where I am now.
Yeah. Now, with all this, your work ethic and, just what you've been doing off and on the field, I want to stay on the field and talk about you in high school. And you were rated as a 3-star, coming out of high school. What, we see now, you have developed into quite the prospect, for, college and the NFL. So what do you have to say to those that, kind of doubted you a little bit coming out?
Stars don't mean nothing. That's just my mentality, And I have, kids hit me up now. I was like, hey, man, I'm a 2-star. Hey, man, I'm 3-star. What I need to do? And, like I said, I always keep the same message. Stars don't mean nothing. It's just something that you want and you got to go get. And, I think a big thing with that, too, with the stars and, getting exposure and things like that, I didn't really have time for that. with school and then going from sport to sport, you know, I wasn't really doing a lot of camps and, you know, things like that. So it was just really just getting on my own and, you know, whatever I do through the season, that's just what I got to go off of. So, and like I said, the ratings and, you know, all that's just paper. You know, the game that I played on paper. So, you know, you gotta line up in front of me each and every play.
Each and every
play.
And,
you know, show me you better than me. Yeah. And that's just my mindset every time I step out there on the field and what I try to preach to everybody else out there with me.
Composition of meteorites, and scientist on the first spacecraft missions to Mars is one person, Dr. Hap McSween, distinguished professor at the University of Tennessee. A rock flying through space is also a specialty of Tennessee alum R.A. Dickey, big league knuckleballer and best-selling author. At UT, we appreciate and encourage unique and creative minds.
The University of Tennessee, Big Orange, big ideas.
My favorite part about being involved and being a part of the Vol family is that we're one Tennessee.
Being from Tennessee and being able to go to school at the University of Tennessee was an honor for me.
My scholarship means so much to me. It's really a blessing.
My message to the Tennessee Fund donors would be just to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to pursue my dreams.
We appreciate everything that you guys do for us.
Thank you so much. It really does mean a lot to me and my teammates.
Ball fans, there's one penalty that is not reviewable.
Where's your orange? It's Friday.
And you're not wearing orange.
You gonna really come out here with no orange on?
Do not forget to support your Vols by wearing your orange on Fridays.
Got to be kidding me.
Show us your orange and avoid getting a penalty flag thrown your way on Big Orange Friday.
Now I'm gonna bring up 3 games, Cam. We're gonna kind of go from bad, good to best. Now, I want you to give me, in one word or a couple words, can you give me your feeling after each of these games last season, after the heartbreaking loss to Florida?
You know, disappointment. You know, it's different parts of the game you can, you know, it's never one thing you can just key on. Just like, man, that's the determining factor. But we always talk about in the program, you know, the little inches, the little small things and the details throughout the course of the game that build up to, you know, being so close to making that play or so close to getting that break. And, you know, it's something that you learn from. Like, obviously, we had a great season. You know, moving forward from that point, it's just something that we build off of, and we come closer together. You know, tough losses like that can either make a team or break a team. And, you know, guys in the program didn't hang their head. You know, obviously, we want to be on the winning end, you know. But moving forward from that, you know, we bonded, we came together, and we were able to have a, you know, successful year.
After Georgia, after that big win, the season was kind of up in the air at that point, and y'all knocked off the biggest win of y'all season at that point. What was the feeling like after Georgia?
Excitement, you know, and you know, just a blessing. First of all, any opportunity being out there is a blessing anyway. So. Just to be able to play the game. But from my standpoint, you know, being in Georgia for a while, you know, I hear to talk about Georgia, Tennessee all the time, and you know, I got a lot of friends who, you know, like Georgia or, you know, or their athletics. So just from that standpoint, being Georgia is always good. You know, but just for the university and, you know, team standpoint, I think that was our turning point of our season. You know, a big win like that definitely, you know, swings a lot of momentum on the season, and a lot of momentum on the team. And just something that we built off of and, you know, carry with us for the rest of the season.
And your biggest win of the season, and then your bowl win against Northwestern. Can you give me that feeling after that one?
You know, accomplishment, you know, sending our seniors off on a great note. You know, we always talk about with the bowl experiences, you won't remember the week, but you always remember the game, you know, winning or losing the game. And just sending them out on a positive note. And then for the returning players, you know, just something that we can, you know, piggyback off on until the next season. So getting ready for this season, we talk about being 1-0. You know, with the bowl game coming into the new year, we have the mindset that we're 1-0. You know, we're going forward from that point, you know, and make the most of our season. And you know, for our seniors, send them off on a great note as well.
Basically, where we are is a couple a day is what we average out to.
you can't stop it. It's, you know you're hurting your child. You know you're doing this to them, but yet you're still going to go out and get that other pill.
Now, I don't know if a lot of you guys know this, but Cam's cousin is Boosie. Could you tell me a little bit, Cam, about the impact Boosie has had on you?
You know, just growing up with him and our family, always having him around, you know, always having him in my corner, you know, an outlet, you know, to my life. You know, different little knowledge, different little pieces that just helped me and made me a better person. And, you know, obviously he's had his ups and downs throughout his life, so you learn from that. And like I said, just the experience that I've had with him, he's been, you know, another father figure, you know, to me, you know, to my family, you know, and like I said, always an outlet to me whenever I need to talk to him.
Now, with Boosie's music, he's got to be at the top of your list as far as, I mean, nobody can ever surpass Cuz. Can you tell me about a crazy show you've been to of Boosie's? Like just a crazy experience at a Boosie show or anything that comes to mind off the top? Because, you know, we got them crazy fans.
Yeah. The most recent one I went to was last year. He was here, actually. You know, he performed here. I went to that. Got time to, you know, spend time with him, you know, in the hotel and things like that. That I don't get to do all the time. You know, I don't really get to see him all the time. So it's either when I go home, I try to get a time, you know, to see him then, or when I can make a show. I try now to get him, you know, up here as much as possible, you know, but he obviously got his things going on, you know, with music and family as well. But that was my latest experience with him, with the show he had up here.
How's he doing?
He's doing well. You know, he's back on the road now. You know, still going through treatments. You know, still getting right. But you know, spirit's still uplifted. You know, head still held high. You know, he's always been that person, you know, to put, you know, the family, you know, before him.
Now, in regards to music, something that Cam Sutton wants to show the world in 2016.
You know, my mentality, you know, who I am as a person, you know, my beliefs and what I stand by. You know, people always, you know, trying to, you know, pick at me or, you know, get into my mind of, you know, what drives me or, you know, what motivates me, what keeps me going. And, you know, always talking about, you know, like I said, from where I came from, my family, and, you know, what I want to achieve and what I want to do in my life. And, you know, that just keeps me level-headed, you know. And from my standpoint, my role on the team this year has got to go to another level, you know. Never complacent with what we did in the past or my goals that I've achieved, you know, in the past. We always trying to, like I said, one up each and every year, each and every game, each and every week. And I just got to keep that same mentality and preach that to everybody else on my team, get them all on the same page.
So what is something Cam plans to set off in 2016?
You know, this the year, you know, this the mark. We're trying to go out with a bang, obviously, because I'm a senior this year. But I'm trying to go out with a bang. You know, I'm talking, you know, SC championships, you know, national championship hopeful.
So what's something that's trending right now in 2016 that you feel like has no juice? Like you're just tired of it?
I don't know. You know, it's so much going on, and everybody has their unique style. You can never shadow or knock down anybody's, you know, style. But it's so much going on, you know, from social media and things like that. I really don't got a specific, you know, antique that got no juice. And like I said, if it makes you and it's comfortable to you, you know, do it to your best ability.
An aspect of your game that you plan to approach like a man this year?
Oh yeah. You know, just everything, you know, with football and with life. You know, you at that point now, or I'm at that point now, where I'm becoming a man. You know, I'm turning into a man, and you know, if you want to be treated like we always talk about, you want to be treated like a man. You know, you got to do the things that men do, and just feeding off of that, just whatever I do, my approach, it's got to be top of the line. It's got to be, I got to be on my A game with everything I do.
Composition of meteorites and scientist on the first spacecraft missions to Mars is one person, Dr. Hap McSween, distinguished professor at the University of Tennessee. A rock flying through space is also a specialty of Tennessee alum R.A. Dickey, big league knuckleballer and best-selling author. At UT, we appreciate and encourage unique and creative minds.
The University of Tennessee. Big Orange, big ideas.
My favorite part about being involved and being a part of the Vol family is that we're one Tennessee.
Being from Tennessee and being able to go to school at the University of Tennessee was an honor for me.
My scholarship means so much to me. It's really a blessing.
My message to the Tennessee Fund donors would be just to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to pursue my dreams.
We appreciate everything that you guys do for us.
Thank you so much. It really does mean a lot to me and my teammates.
Vol fans, there's one penalty that is not reviewable.
Where's your orange? It's Friday.
And you're not wearing orange.
You gonna really come out here with no orange on?
Do not forget to support your Vols by wearing your orange on Fridays.
Got to be kidding me.
Show us your orange and avoid getting a penalty flag thrown your way on Big Orange Friday.
So enough about music, and now more about stuff that, it's a little more juicy. Who did you spend Valentine's Day with?
My parents, my mom, my dad, my sister, my brother. I'm just being around the family, having a good time with them. I don't get to see them as much now, obviously, because with school and football and things like that. But just being around them is never a dull moment. It's something you never take for granted.
So you didn't have a date?
Nah, I ain't have no date.
Are you interested in anybody right now?
I don't know. I'm chill, laid back.
Is
Just
there
something that
anybody?
just fall in place and just, that will come.
Is nobody here at UT, or do you have sort of like a distant lover?
Nah, I'll have a distant lover.
Are you looking for someone? Or are you just kind of waiting for like the right time?
Yeah, the right time. You can never rush something like that, because if it's there, it'll happen. But I'm at the age now where I'm not just really looking for a girlfriend or somebody just to be around for a little while.
You're looking for like longevity.
Yeah, it's time to look for stuff on down the road. I'm about to be 21, and I'm moving forward, so I don't really have time to just be looking for a little girlfriend here and there and dealing with that.
So, let's say a girl slides into your DMs.
Okay.
How do you feel about girls sliding into your DMs? How do you feel about girls approaching you first?
There's nothing wrong with that, because it's male or female. If it's something that they really want, or it's something they really trying to get to, they're gonna go after it. And I don't see it as like a problem or anything like that.
You don't automatically, let's say you get on Twitter, you get a new DM, you don't automatically label the girl as a groupie just because she approached you first?
No, because maybe she might not be able to approach me in person. Everybody's not an approachable person. Everybody can't talk to people in public. It's certain ways you go about talking to people, or certain ways you go about approaching people. And, that might be their way of, approaching me, or somebody approaching somebody else. So if they have to do that, it's fine. Like I said, I don't have a problem with it or see nothing wrong with it.
The girls that do approach you, how do most girls choose to approach you?
When I'm by myself, or, through social media, because I'm so social media heavy. They try to, like I said, DM and things like that, or just small conversation. That always takes, people a long way. With small little conversation here and there. You never know what that could lead to. And, there's people have approached me like that, so that's just been the biggest thing. how they've been approaching.
If you're looking to book me for an interview video or by phone, if you're looking to have your music or your skill featured on my daily podcast, if you're looking to book me for a speaking engagement to help motivate some kids, if you're looking to have me rock some of your clothing to help promote your brand, make sure you hit me up at booking@mrteleferro.com. Again, that's booking@mrteleferro.com.